Ok. Ok. Hi guys. Ciao Michele. Hi.
Hello, Lorenzo. How about you?
Ciao Gabriele. Very good. Fine, thank you. How
Are
are
you in
you?
the brewery?
Yeah, I'm at the brewery.
Fantastic. I'm very happy. You're actually the first to do this in the brewery. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still working.
Oh, really?
I just finished. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm good, man. I'm very good. It's a beauty. It's a weird day today. It's been like a very London weather. A bit raining, a bit windy, a bit sunny. Classic, you know.
Yeah, UK. Yeah, yeah.
How
Here
is
it's
it over there?
pretty warm here.
Oh,
It's like
really?
summer. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow. Wow. It's a long time I haven't been to Livorno because, many people maybe realize I'm Italian as well, and I was born not far from where do you work. And, it's been 7 months and probably I won't be over there before Christmas.
Oh, that's a long
Okay.
time.
I
That's a long
know.
time. Yeah.
But you're not from Livorno, right?
No, no, I'm not from Livorno. I'm from Florence, still
Okay.
in Tuscany. Yeah, finally I'm working in Tuscany, but yeah, it's not that far. It's something like 1 hour, 15 minutes by car.
Okay.
So it's good compromise. I'm still like in the place where I'm born, but I go during the weekends. I go back to home, to my girlfriend, to my family. They deserve some time with me as well. So yeah,
That's good.
it's good. It's good to be back in Italy and in Tuscany. Yeah.
Nice. I know you've been around a lot, so I understand what do you mean. One day, maybe I hope I'll be closer to home as well. We'll see. We'll see. And
Yes.
many people think that where you are based, it's all about wine. It's all about this kind of stuff. Not really, right?
No, not really. Not really. No. Finally, here in Tuscany, we have also good beers, good stuff, and it's developing a lot. Of course, we are still like a wine region, and this impact a lot the taste of the people as well, and why the people come to Florence to the Tuscany. You know, all my friends say is like when I was around the world, they would say, "Oh, you come from Tuscany, amazing." Chianti wine. I was like, yeah, but also craft beer, you know. So yeah, basically, yeah, we have I think wine also influenced a lot. There are some new recent uh, yeah, breweries that have are working a lot about barrel aging in the wine barrels. So yeah, I think it's good to combine those two things and have a good result. It's appreciate. It, many people are appreciating now. Finally, craft beer also here in Tuscany.
For sure. And I noticed as well, like in many, breweries in Spain, in Portugal, they're really doing, similar things like exploring with barrels and grapes and local ingredients as well. Maybe berries, maybe, whatever. Could be everything really. It's great.
Yeah, sure. You know, I noticed a lot in the craft beer scene everywhere, also in Denmark, even, you know, everywhere. The people started to brewers and breweries started to see what's around them. No, so you have a cherry, like very good cherries from Pisa, for example. I know the brewery is from Livorno and Pisa, not very, you know, friends, but doesn't matter.
Beer
Also,
makes everyone together.
yeah, yeah, beers it makes everything better and together also. So, so they are looking around and say, oh, we have a very good cherries, we have very good apricots. Oh, why we don't use these ingredients in our beers? And the same is what we are doing, for example, in our barrel age project, sour beers with barrels coming from Chianti area. So we're using Sangiovese barrels, where Sangiovese from Chianti was before. And the result is pretty good, and people appreciate that this thing, that we combine the territory and you know, technique of making beer.
For sure.
Yeah, you know, when you have good biodiversity, as we have in Italy, that's even easier, I would say. You know. Yeah.
So we started like, you know, shotgun, bam, bam, bam. So
Yeah, yeah.
I want to give like all the people that are following a bit of understanding of what's going on.
Yeah.
So this is actually the episode number 42 of the Digital Beer Stream. And Digital Beer Stream, it was my personal way to try to fight the boredom of the lockdown. I am in London. I'm based in the UK from 8 years, and you know, I'm really into beer. So I had a fridge full of beer. I had a good internet connection. I was thinking, what can I do? Well, let's start to speak with people, and has been good so far. And I really wanted to speak with someone, you know, who can tell me what's going on in Italy from a brewer point of view, but also that's coming from an international experience. And I knew Lorenzo had all of this, so he was the right person. And he's trying to say that his English is a bit like rugged, and definitely is not, you can tell. And I want to make sure as well that if we drink some, you know, good double IPA today, it's going to be even better.
Yeah, I'm drinking as well a double IPA from our brewery.
Okay.
So, yeah. I was a bit anxious, so I said, like, just have a sip before.
So
I apologize for my English, since it's been a while that I'm not outside from Italy or working outside from Italy. So sorry for my Italian accent, or if I can find sometimes some words.
You are perfect. You speak better than me. My verbs are terrible. So I actually want to drink a Brew by Numbers double IPA. You know, Equinox and Mosaic, nice 8%, super juicy, full body. And we will have a bit of time to speak from a brewer point of view as well, what Lorenzo thinks about double IPA. But first, I want to know about you a bit more. So you started to study like food and science technology at University of Parma and Padova. And you know, like I hear many times, especially in Italy, people have this type of interest. And my question is always the same. What made you decide to follow this path, this way?
Yeah. So basically, it's like, for me, was a choice made by heart, because in my family we have very big interest for food and wine, and that's like, for example, in the past my family had a small winery in the south of Tuscany near Grosseto, and after, yeah, that's like a really long time ago, but still I was like 13, 12 years old, and I start to see the vineyards, grapes, and also they were planting some watermelons or whatever. So I was like, whoa, that's very cool. And after a while, my mother opened a bakery in Florence. We're making, she's making still American cakes. And so, every Sunday, that was like really the family day, my grandmother was coming from a little city, a little town from Pisa province, and she was cooking for us ragu or many other good stuff. So the food was like really part of my life, and I connect the food with the happy moments of my life. So as like, I'm very curious person, and I all the time wants to know how the things are made. You know, how do you make I don't know, like a cake? How do you make a house? How do you everything? So I said, like, why I will not, why why don't focus on the food? So first of all was, I really like food, like eating and also drinking beer, but that's like coming after this. And so I decided like, okay, I will go 100% on this, because when I do something, I really focus on it. Like I need to know everything. I need to learn everything, and also enjoy mostly, because I understand in my experience that knowledge and focus on the things gives you more pleasure on this thing. I don't know if it's like clear.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, so I decided to go to Parma, that it's capital of gastronomy in Italy, Parmigiano Reggiano, prosciutto crudo di Parma, Malvasia, or whatever, culatello. When you think about food, you think about Parma,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And yeah, I moved there. I studied there I had a bachelor in gastronomy science that was in the food science department. And that was very interesting because I also learned about the culture of food in Italy. So yeah, it was like a very, very interesting bachelor, I would say. And I think that more people should really focus on this, because we say like Italy, it's a wine country, but if you ask to anybody about the wine, they just say like the wine that is close to their area. I go to my friends, oh, what do you drink? I drink Sangiovese. But do you know about any other? No. So, people say Italy has wine culture, but it's, in my opinion, it's, I don't know if I can say bullshit,
You can say.
Yeah, so I started there. I spent 4 years in Parma, and after that I decided to move to Padova to have my master degree. It was taught in English, and that gives you a little bit of international point of view. We were studying European Union regulation, and but was focused mostly on wine and valorization of Italian products abroad.
For sure.
That's like what I was thinking that my job would be in the future. But in the meanwhile, I was a bit, I fell in love. I fell in love, yeah.
I
I fell in love with beer.
I know also that you had some experience in the tea industry in Florence,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Let's say when I was having my bachelor, it's interesting story, because I was doing my first internship in a tea company that it's pretty well known in Florence. It's called La Via del Tè. It's very good. They import tea. They import good, like high quality tea. They pack them and sell in Italy, but also abroad. Imagine they sell tea in China. Can you imagine? They import
Incredible.
from China and sell in China.
Wow.
That's Italian way. So yeah, but I didn't want to make an internship in the tea company. I wanted to make internship in a brewery. And so I decided to start to sending emails to many breweries, like especially in Italy. But no one replied me. So I was like, damn, I should find something different maybe. Maybe it's not my way. So I knew a girl, she was my friend, she is my friend, and his father had this company of tea. I said like, why not? It's still a beverage, and it's possibly it's the most consumed, the beverage that is most consumed in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course, except of water. Um, and I said, yeah, let's see what I can get from this. So I started my internship there as a quality control analyst. I was analyzing all the batch of tea that was coming from China, Japan, Sri Lanka, India, Taiwan, and see like if they were good. So I started to learn a lot about the leaf and about the smell, the aroma, the taste, and I understood like, okay, but I'm really in love with, the focus of the product. And after a while, this internship ended, but my passion for tea was still there. So yeah, I also asked to make a beer with tea. I proposed, but it's a very hard combination because you need to balance the tannins. That for beer it's a bit, not so pleasant. So
there is a beautiful beer in the UK called Yulu from Siren.
yeah, I know that.
You know that, right?
It's
On
amazing.
cask. Oh,
Great, great. Siren are making great job in my opinion. And this Yulu was probably the first one. It was made with the Earl Grey the first time I tried.
yep.
But also many other with, I think, a collaboration with Keys, with Lapsang Souchong tea, that is a smoked tea. Well, also that one.
The man.
Yeah, I'm a beer geek.
Yeah, but now you need to understand this, right? So when I was in Italy 8 years ago, I was working for this Belgian-inspired pub in San Vincenzo. So it's on the seaside, it's not far from Livorno. Probably some people know this place called the Green Apple. And, it was great because we were tasting all of these incredible Belgian products that probably I didn't even understand at that point. But you couldn't find the beers that then I found over here, not even the Italian one. So now I'm asking, like, for someone who lives in Florence and work in Livorno, where do you buy your beer? I think subscription maybe, or
Yeah, I mean, I would say that in the last years, the craft beer scenario also in Tuscany really developed. Also about bottle shops and the pubs. Usually, I buy products in the pubs and bottle shops, but in order to, because you can find mostly Italian products or a bit more mainstream products. Mainstream,
okay.
I don't say bad. I say mainstream. I mean really, you can find, for example, Lervig or
Sierra Nevada.
yeah, Sierra Nevada, or if you want to talk about craft breweries, also English one, you can find Marble, for example, or 5 Points. So big breweries, I guess. So since I want to try really everything, I also buy many of my beers on the web, on e-commerce, and also I made subscription with Mikkeller Beer Mail. I mean, it's a good compromise in my opinion. It's pretty cheap, and I spent like something like 23 euros per month, and you get 9 beers, different every month, different. Yeah, of course, are Mikkeller beers, so you can find everything. But also as a brewer, it's interesting to try many different styles. We are not here only producing IPAs or any other hype beers.
You're not just a craft beer head. You're also an influencer, and you have to accept this. I'm really sorry. No, I mean like your Instagram
I'm
activity.
not, yeah, I know. I'm just when I was in the during my master's degree, especially, I had lots of free time, or I didn't want really like spend too much time on the books. So I was playing with my phone a lot, and I said, let's open an account on Instagram as everybody is doing, and but I'm a beer lover, so let's make only about beer. And now it's now it's something. I what I like is I can meet many people from around the world.
Yeah.
I'm talking, daily with people from Finland, people from Norway, people from US or people from UK or so I think you need to use in a good way Instagram. It's a very useful tool if you use it in the correct way, in my opinion.
There is a guy that now is commenting below. He sent me a message before. He said, when you are live with the bando, you need to say to him that he's an influencer. No, I'm joking.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I know who he is, this guy.
Well, but seriously, you are curating that profile in a very, very nice way. And also like how you describe the notes, the type of beers that you're doing. It's a very nice, well-made content. Then even if you are, one day working in a brewery and maybe you want to take a break from brewing, you can use them and someone will give you credit because it's well made.
Thank you very much.
I also know that you speak Russian, right?
No, I'm not speaking Russian. My girlfriend is Russian.
Okay.
I tried to learn Russian, but it was a disaster. Just I can speak. We say like "Я говорю по-русски чуть-чуть." I speak Russian just a little bit.
I love it. Oh man. And if someone maybe here, I think it's very difficult, but if someone is here and he doesn't understand what a craft beer culture is, how would you describe craft beer culture?
Well, this is a hard question because you have to understand the place where you are, because there are some countries that have this big beer culture that it's, I think, centuries. Germany. I'm thinking about Germany, Belgium, England, in Europe. But at the same time, it's something that it's stuck. It's stuck with you when you start to get in love with the craft beer. For example, when I started to get in love with the beer, I started to study the history of styles, or the history of how, where it comes from, India Pale Ale, or why it's born porter before stouts or whatever. I guess it's like tattoo, because since you start to get in love with this, it's stuck in your skin. You can't just go away and say, yeah, I'm not craft beer lover anymore. It's something that you can't deny. You just feel it. A craft beer culture, it's something that, in my opinion, in Italy still have to increase or develop, but we are reaching a good point.
Okay.
I couldn't imagine 5 years ago people entering in a bar and say, I want IPA. Before this, no one knows about, in Italy, no one knows about IPA. But when I go back to my home, see my parents, and I have some beers in the fridge, my mother say, let's open a IPA or, New England IPA, because she likes it. She understood what she liked, and she knows. But also many of my friends, we were growing together and drinking together Carlsberg, drinking together Moretti, or drinking together other commercial beers.
Do them on. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, La Chouffe. And after that, they now asking me like, let's go drink a IPA. And for me, it's like, whoa, I realize that it's growing a lot. If also my friends, are understanding this, it's, it's growing a lot.
For sure.
So I think the craft beer industry needs people that are spreading information about beers, about the history of beer, about styles, and also they need the breweries that are doing this. So for me, it's about like information, innovation, and entertainment. So you need to make craft beer interesting, really enjoyable for the people, not like just smelling. That's like a part of it, but You know, you need to have these three things, in my opinion.
For sure. And I see there is a question here asking good beer spots in Rome. I know few, but you know more than me, please.
Oh, I mean, Rome is the capital city of Italy, but also the capital city of craft beer in Italy. We have two main parts in Italy, I would say. It's the area close to Milan and the area of Rome. I would say, like in Italy, craft beer market is something like 3% approximately. In Rome is like 20%, you know. And Rome is full of tourists, but as well, many people that go to the pubs are people that are living in Rome. So I would say like the first that all craft beer head should know in Italy, it's Ma che siete venuti a fa. It's very tiny pub, like old school tiny pub with amazing beers on top all the time, very, very fresh.
Trastevere, eh?
Yeah, amazing in Trastevere. So it's like in the center of Rome. And in front of, they have a place called Beer and Food. And also they have like something like 20 taps with amazing beers, or I can mention like 10. So just tell me when I have to stop.
But this is a good starting point, because I also think that craft beer is you know, research and is exploration. So starting with these two, this guy is gonna be happy.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good starting point.
Yeah, I understand. And you mentioned before you've been living in different places in the last years, especially Norway and Estonia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting, right?
Interesting countries also. Yeah, I spent some time. Already, it's like 2 years ago, maybe. I started to this journey, let's say, of craft of yeah, working in breweries. At the first place where I started to work, it's Haandbryggeriet. I still have the hat. I'm really in love with these guys. They're great. So this is a brewery. It's one of the first craft brewery in Norway. It's born like in 2005, something like this, and it's pretty big. They have 50 hectoliters brew house, and they're making really many different styles. And I was really lucky because I asked to make an internship in the brewery, and I wrote in English, like try to manage to have a good mail, and they replied me in Italian. I was like, what? How far is it's how far it's this Norwegian respect for other countries or whatever? No, it was just Michele that I think he is watching this video. That is the head brewer there. So he's Italian. He's from Veneto region. So he said like he was really happy to have me and to teach me. So I moved to Norway for 4 months at the beginning during the springtime, and I made my first internship there. Tried to focus on also about traditional Norwegian styles and the use of Kveik yeast, and that was great. Also, they have very amazing barrels, sour beer project. Amazing. They were the first one in Norway, and they make super good beers.
Wow.
Yeah, and after that, I said like, yeah, one internship was great, but I think two internship are the best, you know. So really simple, you know. Many people ask me, how did you manage to go to these so good breweries? And it's like, I just sent an email, you know. this. So I type like, hi guys, I'm Lorenzo. I'm studying in Italy. Can I make internship? I'm really in love with the beer. And Chris from Pohjala Brewery replied me, of course, come when you want. And so I took my flight through to Tallinn and started my internship there. They were in the yeah, they were in the small brewery. I mean, the previous one. Now they build very amazing and big breweries. I was really manual, and after 1 month, I was already brewing every day. You know, so. But it was very simple. It's I would say that these countries have a different way of living the beer
Yeah.
compared to Italy. Um, Norwegians are, especially people of my age, in my age, are drinking only during the weekends. Let's say in Italy we have this culture of aperitivo or aperitif, like after work, 6:30 or 7 p.m. Let's have a beer before dinner, and after go to dinner at home or whatever.
Mm.
But there it's only during the weekend, and it's possibly to get shit faced, you know, with the
Yeah.
lowest amount of money. I have to say also, beer it's pretty. It's still a bit scandalous in Norway. There are really strict rules about alcohol, and it seems like the government try to breweries not develop. But
I notice.
yeah, but they are managing very well. They have great. There are great products, and yeah, and really hype products, I would say also.
All
One,
the beer that I tried for Põhjala were fantastic, incredible. I remember like specialty grains, mixed grains, like all of these. You know, the one with the wax on the.
yeah, yeah, I know.
Mamma
Yeah,
mia!
yeah.
What?
Luckily, I didn't have to put the watts.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Could you imagine? No. Look, we have two questions,
Yeah,
and before going to the next question, I really want to double check.
yeah.
Kombucha. Anything about kombucha?
Well, I'm really not in kombucha. I mean, I tried a few times. Um, I don't. I have to say, I don't like white vinegar taste. You know, like vinegar coming from white grapes. So sometimes kombucha has this characteristic. I tried a few of them. It's interesting. I mean, now I think it's gonna be one of the new trend. In Italy, we are still reaching this point, but I think in UK it's already widespread. You know, yeah,
Crazy.
crazy. So, well, uh, I don't know. I mean, probably I didn't have the chance to try a very interesting product yet. I
Okay.
only tried some homemade kombucha.
Hmm.
With one was with berries also. It was good. It was a bit like a combination of acidity, the fruit, the taste of the fruit, and this vinegar character. So it was very good. But yeah, nothing relevant yet. Yeah.
And another question was about collab. I don't know if it's about collab with Piccolo Birrificio or let's say collab in general. One in Italy and one outside Italy. Who would you choose?
Okay. The- That's well,
Just, you
yeah.
know,
Okay. Okay. Outside from Italy, I would say Haandbryggeriet. Yeah,
perfect.
because because I think that collabs should start now. Collabs are becoming a sort of trend in the last 3 4 years, maybe 4 5 years, and you have it's like commercial, like marketing or commercial picks.
Yeah.
Okay, we are making this collab. We don't know each other. We just make a collabs to create hype and sell more beer. In my opinion, I will have to say that everything I'm saying is my opinion. So so I prefer to make collabs with the people that I have some connections. That I feel like we are going to the same way, or with people that I think they can teach me something, or they are master in something. We recently have a collab with La Calavera from Spain. They make amazing sour beers, but not only, and also fruit beer, amazing fruit beer. So we decided to make a fruit beer, a saison, and it was like a really, really nice day. I mean, I would do this every day if all collabs were like this, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And if I have to pick someone in Italy, yeah, that's a bit more difficult for me because I'm a like young brewer, just new in the scene, but most of my time I spent in abroad. I mean, now it's 1 year and more than 1 year that I'm working for Piccolo Birrificio Clandestino. But yeah, I would say like La Bottiga Brewery is from Piacenza, but we already had a collaboration. So yeah.
I know people would say, please, please,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. I knew a very good brewer. She's called Alice, and she was working for Batzen Brau. It's a brewery in Bolzano. I really like how she is, how she's as a brewer. You know, she's really like precise. I don't know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah. She really care about details, and she's focused on German styles. And for example, my favorite beer of last year was Vienna Lager from this brewery. A Vienna Lager, can you imagine? Not New England double, triple dry hop, but a Vienna Lager. So yeah, I would do a collaboration with them if Alicia was still working for them, but she moved to different place. So
Maybe Alicia will listen to this conversation and she will call you back and we'll see.
yeah,
We'll see.
I hope so. I hope so.
And I love the fact that you mentioned, big hoppy beers and double IPAs in New England, because this is actually a week where I'm covering this type of topic. And I'm not covering necessarily as a positive tribute. I much rather prefer to being, a bit polemic, if we can say that. So, I notice sometimes you go to buy beers and on this label you can find New England double dry hop double IPA. That is DDHNEDIPA. Think about someone will get this beer, watch it and be like, what's this?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I believe that craft beer, especially, should be more easy to easy for common people. Who we want to reach. As a brewer and as a person that is working in the craft beer industry, I would love like my mother, or my grandmother or my uncle or my aunt, that they don't know anything about beer, like get interested in this and say like, oh, this is a different beer. Let's pick up. What is that like? When they start to see some, it's like when you go on the on some forum and you like they are really nerd or beer geeks and they write only in like they type like slang and no one can understand. I'm a noob, and it's like, what is that? And they just say, you can't understand anything. That's, I think, the same of breweries that are really, they are different focus, but I think it should be like much more easy to understand. I can't really stand this way of spread the verb of craft beer. And also sometimes, in my opinion, we are playing some balls. Many craft beer addicted follow the hype, follow the trend. So this time it's the moment of New England IPA. Okay, let's brew only New England IPA. Okay, we have Imperial Gose trend. Okay, let's make Imperial Gose every day. So, I mean, if you look all the time, I think about this. If you look about craft beer or the beers that are here since a really, really long time, which are these styles? Yeah, of course, the beer is changed a lot. I understand this, but you need really to focus that you are not living only the moment. If you have a business, you want to have this business that will last for a long time, hopefully. If people just recognize you as a New England IPA producer, how long will you last? You know?
Yep.
And it's not only about this, it's also, if you want to give an picture of craft beer to a new customer, you can just give one option. You know, it's not just about this. I was reading an article, there's like some places, some bars with 11 or 15 IPAs on 17 or 20 taps, only IPAs. And mostly they were like New England IPAs. Yeah, I like New England IPAs. I am not saying that I'm not, I drink many New England IPAs as I drink many IPAs, as I drink many Pilsner, but I can't live only, I mean, for me it's a bit like to put some chains on you if you drink only New England IPAs.
And are these beers popular in Italy as well? Like, are people then really into beer prefer to drink this kind of style?
Yeah. Now they are now. I mean, in the last years they're getting very popular. We have really also good producers of this style.
Crack.
I can mention like Crack, that it's the like great on this style, and MC77. It's another brewery from Marche region. They are making amazing New England IPA, amazing, and they are focused on these styles. But I can say like when I see to UK, I see many breweries focus only on these New England IPAs, or really like few other styles. In Italy, we have a bit more wide range of beers. In I mean, a brewery usually has a wider range of beers. We just made a New England IPA. I mean, it's like the second probably in the last 4 years of this brewery, and there was the All Together project. So, I mean, yeah, we made also this one, but we make like Blanche. We make also California Common, Kenner Pils, or
Belgian styles.
Belgian styles, American IPAs, and yeah, I think also maybe this is a way of doing in Italy. We don't want to give just one choice to the people. We want to give a more, bigger choice, and people are appreciating this. I understood that people they don't want only IPAs. Yes, it will be like your most sold beer, but if you have just this, they get bored. They will get bored. Yeah.
I agree. And something that I realize is actually super funny. In England, people starting to put beers on the dinner table. So you have restaurants that now are stocking maybe some kernel, maybe some 5 points. When in Italy, where before you were drinking just where you were eating, now people drink even outside the dinner table. But you can't do it just with double IPA. You can't do it just with IPA.
No, absolutely no. I mean, in my opinion, double IPAs are one of the worst style that you can pair with food. So, and also I have to say, like, it's a different trend. Most of the people drink before or after the meals in Italy. Beers, craft beers. For example, I really don't like drink too much craft beer during my dinner. Usually I drink before or after. But yeah, especially double IPAs, they are like a bit, maybe because I am working in this, and I really like can't start my night with a double IPA. That will calm my legs. I don't know how, you will definitely like not going ahead for maybe 1 hour and a half more than that. So I would say like there are very good beer styles and beers that you can pair with food. I love, for example, a nice citric yeah, lemony kind, gose with fried seafood. It's like perfect combination. Here in Livorno, we can have both of them. So, I'm
Oh,
happy. Yeah, I'm super happy. But yeah, you're right. You were right when you were saying like there is different trend, and now in UK, people are moving back to the like dinner table to drink something. In the really beginning of craft beer industry in Italy, with Baladan Brewery, for example, he started his brewery bringing all his bottles to restaurants.
yeah.
So he started as a restaurant brewery, if I can say like this. Like
Yep.
all of his beers were sold at the restaurants. And after that, we moved from this concept of Italian craft beer as beer for restaurants to a beer for pub. We in the last period we were really suffering because during coronavirus, still now coronavirus crisis, we had like a really like kind of struggle or a bad impact because we were producing a lot of kegs. You know, our market of our brewery is a lot kegs.
Yeah.
And when all the pubs closed, we were like, oh damn, what we are going to do with these kegs now?
Yeah.
No, we were planning, big capacity for the new year because we wanted to buy more tanks and whatever because many pubs were asking our beers. But now we have to move back to bottles, a lot of bottles, and also cans. So we asked for another company to come here with their canning line and can our beers.
For sure.
So yeah, it's we were really like suffering for this, but we understood that also with this way of bottles and cans, we could enter in the house of more people. Because there are people like my parents, all the time I say my parents, but that they would prefer to buy online beers, bottles, than go to the pub. Because they don't feel maybe comfortable to go to the pub, or they don't like go to pubs, it's crowded, and they prefer like after work, go back to home and open their beer and have like a relaxing time.
Yeah. I'm going to make sure that I will order some Piccolo Birrificio Clandestino beers for my parents down in Venturina Terme because
Yeah, no.
they don't go to the pub and they can't go to the pub right now. So this is good. Yes, I received recently a comment that the live going too long because I'm curious. I want to speak with the people, so I'm going too long. So I also know you will need to do your stuff. So I don't want to go super too long on this, but I can speak with you since forever because we click and we know what we like to talk about. If you would say, what is the general future for Italian craft beer and what we have to do to go over the crisis, do well, attract more people, what would you recommend?
So, in my opinion, what breweries should do are they should renew a bit their image. They should renew their way of showing them to the big public, because nowadays it's something that I have to admit that we have a big lack about this. We should like promote more ourselves, and we should go out from the shell. I don't know, like if it's yeah, and just make it easy, make it more understandable for common people, So I think this is a big challenge for Italian craft breweries.
Yeah.
And we have to face it. We have to face it not simply with words, but with actions. But I mean, the future. I hope it's maybe finally go to the big distribution supermarkets as well, and because this will bring for sure more customers that get involved in the beers. I mean, if I think about cheeses or wines, the first wine I tried was bought from supermarket, and now I'm going to like Amarone place in near to Verona to buy a very good bottle of Amarone, you know, or a good bottle of Chianti Riserva or whatever. I go to the place or I looking for on the internet. But the first step was that was really simple. Was just going to a supermarket and say, okay, today I'm eating a steak with my friends, so we are making a barbecue with my friends. I don't want to drink the, you know, classic cheap wine. I want to drink a better one. It's my birthday or whatever. They go, they buy a good one and say, whoa, that's another thing, you know?
Yeah.
So this is one step, but also we still have to spread the verb, you know, really with the information. Stop playing like as teenagers and be like a bully with the people that don't know anything about craft beer, and but be like more social and open to discuss and share information.
And because craft beer have people like you in Italy, I'm not surprised that we will have success and we will see the right steps done. Especially because if you go to see Monarca from Lambrate, a couple of days ago with Birrai, they started to work with some parts of the distribution. So hopefully...
Yeah, Jampa, it's a friend, it's great. And I think when I think about how the craft beer should be, I like see it to Birrificio Lambrate. In my opinion, it's like master. Yeah, it's the master. Yeah,
I agree. Guys, if you are going to Pisa this summer or this winter or next summer, and you don't know where to go to drink in Tuscany, you need to send a message to Bandos Beer because he will be able to tell you where to go. And I feel like I met you like, I don't know, years ago. It's the first time that we talk.
I'm speaking like you, like we are friends since long time, but, you know, and also in this summer, I mean, next week, we are opening our tap room. So if you're going to have a nice swim in this summer here in Livorno, after that you can come and have a beer in our tap room and enjoy
hopefully. Hopefully that's the plan. Let's see what Boris tell me to do, because Boris is not my friend sometimes. So Boris Johnson is a bit against this, all of this right now, but we'll see. Lorenzo, have a lovely evening. Thank you very much for this.
You too, really. Thank you very much to invite me for this. It was really big pleasure, and really like still stay safe, because it's you know, yeah, here in Italy we are living a really better times now, but I know that still in other parts of Europe and the world is not the same. So like, let's try to, you know, pass this in the best way that we can.
I agree with you. Thank you very much for the good words. Thanks again. If you save the video, then I will make sure I'll download it and put in all the channels so people can watch it again.
Sure, I will do it.
Thank you, my friend. Ciao.
Gabriele, ciao.
Ciao.